My name is Tessa Rogers, and this is my innovation lesson, Cooking with Sunshine. I based it off of the capabilities of my third graders at this point in time in the year, but I also thought it could be scaled up for older elementary students, as well as modified with adding things or changing things for different age levels. It's a long-range project, so I would anticipate a few weeks to complete it successfully. So after the conclusion of our heat unit, I would present my students with the real-world problem of different parts of the world may be limited in the electricity that they have or not available at all. So they would use wood to cook with, but sometimes the wood is miles away and they have to gather it, or they have to cut down trees in order to have it there to cook with. So what is the alternative to doing that? Because a lot of the times people need the trees for shade, and many times that they don't have the time to be gathering all this wood from far away. So I asked them these questions based on their own preconceptions. Why is the sun's energy being used as an alternative energy source to fossil fuels? And then how can you cook with sunshine or energy from the sun? After that, I would have students research solar energy and solar ovens. They would analyze different models of solar ovens and doodle parts that they will need to utilize in their own model. So they take the notes on materials as well that could be used for conduction and insulation, something we covered in our heat unit. And you can see the different examples in the pictures there as well. After that, they would sketch out a model of their solar oven using arrows and labels to show how the sun's energy will be used to heat the food inside their oven. And then on the same sketch, I also would have them label the materials that they would use for the different parts. I have a recommended list of materials on the student packet, but I also left it open-ended and would allow them to repurpose different materials from home that they could find, like shoe boxes and things like that. The necessary material that they would need for the trials would be the graham cracker, chocolate, and marshmallow to test out how effective their solar oven would be. Then they would move into the create stage and gather the materials and begin constructing their solar ovens. And as a teacher, I would facilitate through feedback and recommendations in regards to material size, angles of the box, things like that. I'd also have on their student packets to make sure that they reference their original research. They utilize a ruler for accurate measurements, and they also create a component to place their temperature sensor, as well as make their lid able to open and close and stay propped open. Into the test and improve steps. And for this, I made a table for them to fill out their information, starting with the time it takes from beginning to end for their s'more to be made, and then the maximum temperature. After that, they would look at the observations, so what happened throughout the trial, and then their analysis of why did it happen. And at the end of each trial, I would have them make adjustments to their solar oven in order to improve it. I would also have them graph their results. It's just a math connection that I think would be important. create a title, label their vertical axis, and give me 3 interpretations from their graph. The last step in the project that I would have them do would be to answer some questions based on the results of their solar oven. So one of the questions would be to describe the best features of a successful solar oven. But then also another question was what meals might work well in a solar oven and why. So making that connection to the real world. And these were my references that I used to create this project, and I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback.